That good old neglected fifth pocket. Such good real estate once you get into it. 100 years ago, I used to put a pocket watch there. Mostly these days, it holds a Leatherman squirt and an Olight mini pen. But once in a while, it contains a fifth pocket knife. Say what you want to say about knives being phallic symbols or symbols of castration. So complicated. They might be phallic symbols, but I am still enchanted with a short knife. There's something so appealing about a small knife. Overlarge tactical blades do nothing for me at all. In fact, I left a comment on a knife page recently that said something like, "This knife looks like the junk of those guys that pump saline into their deck." So, anyway, I like short knives. Also, I have small hands for a guy. The gods blessed me to live for 47 years in the body of a woman. So here I stand before you today, Princess Tiny Hands. The knives I have that I've accumulated so far are all cheeky and playful. They make up in spirit for what they lack in size. For instance, the mini squid. This might be one of the world's shortest assisted blades. Isn't that a riot? I love it. It's so tiny, but so aggro. This guy is the daddy of the mini squid, coming in hot at 4.5 inches in D2 steel. It's supposed to look like a grenade, this sort of frag pattern, but to me, it looks like a Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie. So one man's lethal weapon is another man's pre-nap snack. For a long time, I was kind of obsessed with the fifth pocket. My jeans didn't have any. They were confined to men's jeans back in the day. Ladies didn't need a fifth pocket. Pockets were actually a sort of a general obsession with me. At school, we wore a uniform and we were supposed to wear a blazer with our uniform. I was so excited. I got so excited. And when I got the blazer, there was no extra pockets anywhere, no inside wallet pocket, no lighter pocket in the right hand. This was so frustrating to me. I nearly cried. One time at a much younger age, my parents made me wear a frilly dress to go to some event. And I threw myself on the bed and cried and screamed and cried. I thought I was going to die. I really did. I hated wearing dresses so much. Imagine have to wear a scratchy slip and a wool skirt, leaving your thighs and knees open to the elements while your bottom legs were covered by stretchy mixed blend wool that either choked your calf or rebelliously fell around your ankles. Yeah, gross. So when I saw that women's wear meant no pockets, I sank into a further deep depression. Being a woman meant deprivation in every form. No pockets, skirts, scratchy underwear, knee socks. Of course, there were many more deprivations than no pockets, but at 6, I didn't know that in 1960 the pay inequality was 61 cents to a dollar. I didn't know about cocktail dresses. Why ruin a perfectly good drink with a tight, ill fitting dress designed to make a woman look like a martini glass? I would have rather have been a beer stein. Tiny, secret little pockets have always held a special place for me in my transgender heart. They definitely were up there with other secrety things like code rings or secret passageways, rings that opened up so you could put poison or a time travel capsule. These tiny, secret, manly things. That aspiring grenade knife was my first littler knife. I was smitten right away, even though the detent was so strong I could barely move the blade. I was able to fix that, though. Now it's a delight for your thumb. I think the next knife I got was the Jesper Voxney's Fox Knives Suru. The Suru was a huge disappointment at first because the liner lock took everything to move it. And the detent was really strong. I sent it back and asked for another. This one's better for sure. It costs a little over 100, or it did for me, and it's produced by the Italians in Mangiano. There's a bunch of knife production in Mangiano, and I have a few of them. They're all great on like aesthetics and materials, but they're not so great on quality control. There's always one darn thing about their knives, like an immovable liner lock to fuck it up. But they're fantastic knives. The fit and finish is usually above par. The next little knife I got was the Kaiser Mini Bay in their post-gay G10 Serape pattern. I love this little guy. The only drawback this little guy has is he doesn't lock. So I don't carry him as much. I'm not really good with no locks. I might hurt myself. But he's pretty fun and fancy. Then, of course, the Squid Compact came out, and I went batshit, and that it was an assisted blade, which just, again, cracks me up. It's like a tiny, fat little switchblade or something. It's so stout and cute. It's an unfortunate choice of steel, though, being 8CR, and it's the only 8CR knife that I have, but I love it. I don't know why I'm a steel snob. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't sharpen them myself. I rarely use a knife so hard that the quality of the steel has an impact, but here we are. I've fallen into the metal chains of steel snobbery. Capitalism, you might call it. This one here that I haven't introduced is the Civivi Baby Banter. I hate the name. It reminds me of diapers. But there's this knife. This knife is freaking genius. It's got just enough handle to be comfortable and exactly enough blade to make it work. Plus, the blade shape is fantastic. The steel is S35VN, so no complaints there. Civivi may make high-end budget knives, but they always make good ones. I live in a wonderful, wondrous world now. I really do. It's like all my dreams have come true. I only have to wear a dress if I want to, and no itchy undergarments. And I have some facial hair, and I have secret hidey things in my clothing. So good. Nobody tells you when you transition that you get to live out all your secret hidden fantasies. They just tell you how hard it is and how hateful people are. Well, that's true. People are so threatened by us. Why be scared? I may carry a knife or two, but these days I'm too busy squealing over hidden pockets in my clothing to groom your stupid children. As if little knives are cool.